Com a Nadir, cada etapa deste fim de ano se transforma em um momento.
I'm like my mama, sometimes it's drama. Forget the karma, might hear me holler. Reverse Madonna, that's me. My bike's a Honda, that me. Michelle Obama, that me. You feel me holler? I'ma go just like. I'ma go just like.
Hello, Twitch chat. Good evening. This is gonna be interesting, I suppose. How we doing? How are we doing tonight, Twitch chat? We are well, as you know, streaming every day is quite painstaking a situation. Because I am a person with I'm gonna need to raise the volume. I am a person with very that it's gonna be a little louder now that I'm close, but I'm not gonna be close for long. I'm not gonna be close for long. Oh god, I'm sorry. The limiter. I didn't know the limiter moved too. I'm sorry. That's good enough. That's okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Why is Hatsune Miku speaking in my ear? So, hello. Should I turn this off for it to look nicer? No. Hello, Twitch chat. How are we doing tonight? I'm used to looking at you here on this screen right here. But since I'm not playing anything, you guys are here now. And it's kind of weird because there are like 8 reflections of myself everywhere. Okay, hello, good evening. How are we doing today? We are, like I said, I am not a person who has a lot of energy naturally. Oh, fair enough. Give me a second. This goes here. What? Oh, right. The fucking thing. First time I have to change my entire clothes. I'm so in character. I'm even wearing black socks. Fucking. I'm wearing even black socks. I am so in character. No, these were just socks I was wearing. Anyways, that kind of hurt. Anyway, I said it was kind of hard. I look like the Hunchley. The Hunchley are not the drum. Is it Hunchley? I forgot what it was. Is it Hunchley? Did you turn off? Did I put my hand on it? Oh yeah, it's off. No, it's not. Why isn't the light on? Did it disconnect from the deck? No, it didn't. Anyways, yes. It is as the title says. We are going to fucking iron clothes today. I'm gonna bring my mouse. I love the mousing pad. Besides the ironing, besides the microphone, this is lovely. So we're gonna iron clothes today. That's it. Then I iron the clothes of my nephew, baby nephew. See? Anyways, why are we doing an ironing streak? I don't fucking. Listen, chat. I am a person who. Why were you red and now you're not? Anyways, I am a very busy person, right? You guys know that much. So I was like, today I'm only gonna be able to either stream or do this, finish ironing this. And I was like, what if I do both? And at first I was like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. But then I was like, you know? You ever see that one meme that's like, oh my god, you're terrible, you're cringe. Yeah, that's me. That's me right now, right there. I was like, you know what? It would be kind of funny to do a short ironing stream for the giggles, for shits and giggles. Like, I gotta iron this anyways, and I gotta stream anyways, so why the fuck not? Who's gonna stop me? No one. No one's gonna stop me from doing an ironing stream if I want to. Also, I am very bad at ironing because I'm either too perfectionist or I just give up. And it's tiny baby clothes as well, so that's annoying. But yeah. Ironing string to chat. Why the fuck not? What are you gonna do to stop me? Until you have something that you can stop me with, it does not matter. It does not matter. You cannot stop me from ironing clothes live on stream. Did you hear that? That was weird. I imagine like my dad on occasions open the streams, right? And my dad just like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Is she getting paid to iron clothes or live on stream like that? Yes. No. Technically not. But it's funny, and like, I am a reasonable person. I am a person, I don't... Where am I gonna put it? Sure. On top of the body. Oh! And also, it's gonna give me leverage for the sexist people. It's like, oh, go back to doing chores, and then I just link this stream. Why the fuck not? Who's gonna stop me, right? I need this done. I have a huge pile of clothes here. And I said I was gonna stream every day. What are you gonna do? If you don't like it, just go watch something else, right? I don't think I'm breaking any guidelines. I hate doing it. But, yeah. Fucking ironing stream. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna stay here for long. I mean, if I get fucking hyper-focused and forget, I might. But, I have a couple clothes to iron. It's a lot. But, who knows? Getting burned on stream, live on stream like that, it would be funny. I never burned myself ironing clothes, by the way. But yeah, chat, how are we doing? Do you think this is funny as it sounds, or... I hate it, because usually you do this standing up, right? But if I stand up, I'm off camera. I keep seeing shit, but yeah. Who knows? Maybe this is the string that gets off. This is the string that creates my career. This is how I pop off. I'm ironing clothes on string. That's how you pop off, chat. No, I just think it would make for a funny clip. Like, oh, the type of shit you see on script string, and it's like that one string where I cut off when I made these things, and then an ironing string, and then Minecraft. I feel like that would be fun. Yeah. Just because I'm on string, I'm gonna do everything wrong. I'm gonna get burned and die. Because that's how things work. When you're just doing them for the sake of doing it, nothing happens. But there's people watching, you feel like it's bad. You're like, Script, why the fuck you streaming this? Don't you like? Can't you just do your chores in peace? What? I have the chance to capitalize on doing chores. Why wouldn't I? This isn't capitalized. It's literally 100% for the singular clip that I'm gonna get out of this. It's really the only reason. I'm not even kidding. I was considering streaming, like cleaning the aviary because I figured that would be interesting, right? The birds would be around. But, nah. It's too awkward positioned and like, it would be very hard to get a good angle, and it's very tiring. Ironing clothes is tiring, but not as much. But you know, I said fuck it. I'm gonna do an ironing stream. What are you gonna do? Kill me? No, you can't. I am better. I'm simply better. It's your fault for not capitalizing on your chores. Why wouldn't you capitalize on your chores? I would. I am doing it right now. And I'm like, because, chat, I am not a fucking, I don't know, dumbass. I do chores, I help around the house. I'm a fucking grown adult. I gotta do that shit. I'm not a fucking, what's it called? When you freeload. I'm not a fucking freeload. I've been doing chores. Oh, but why are you quitting baby school? Because it's easier. Separate the chores that way. Okay. There used to be a time where I was paid to but I was like, bitch, you're not gonna pay me to iron some clothes. Like, that's common decency. That's shut the fuck up. And so yeah. Did you know I bought a bathtub for my birds? I should have taken the money, shouldn't I? Oh god. I should have taken the money. Because I don't think I told y'all that. But last month on the 26th, is it the 26th or the 23rd? I don't remember. It was my bird's birthday. Of the three girls, the three that I got at once, right? Gaia, Skit, and Artemis. They are my girls, my birds that I got. I got all of them at once, so they share a birthday. And I even made a tiny cake for them, right? But I forgot what I was gonna say about that. They didn't like it. They ate some of it, but they didn't like it. It was like a carrot cake. Something, you know, birds. They aren't supposed to be eating this type of shit, you know. I left for them to try it, but it's a carrot cake. It's better than a chocolate cake. You know, chocolate kills birds, apparently. But yeah, I made a little cake and I bought them this tub because it's their birthday. Apollo never got to celebrate a birthday, so I figured I should go all in. You never know if it's gonna be their last. It's their first, I know, but Apollo didn't get even that. So I went all in. So like the top got here, it's kind of cool. It's a little automatic thing. It's like a tank filter, like a fish tank filter that just kind of loops the fucking the water, you know, cycles the water. They didn't. It's cold now, so they're not gonna be making much use of it. But like, eventually, when it gets hot, they're gonna use it. I didn't leave it with them for too long because it was cold. I didn't want them to be getting cold, you know. But they might like it. I don't know. It's not cold yet. I don't know, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure the small ones will. Guy and Scare very likely to like it, but I don't know about the older ones. We have also Lua. Lua's birthday is, I think it's October or something, right? No, it's earlier. I don't know, I just know that it was a Wednesday. No, it wasn't a Wednesday, it was a Sunday. But that doesn't matter, days change. But yeah, she's the only one who has a separate birthday. I know Apollo's is January 12th, right? And fucking yeah, so like for Apollo I just make a normal human-sized cake. But at least it was, because the only birthday for Apollo we got to celebrate, he was already dead. And he was freshly dead too, so it was kind of horrible. But yeah, we made a little cake out of it. I don't think, did we? I think we made a cake like the day after. It was freshly buried as well. I remember a lot about like the details of Apollo's death, right? I guess we always do in it. I don't know. Apollo is one of the first couple deaths I've experienced. Not gonna lie. I mean, my dog, my sister's dog recently died too, but I wasn't really close with her dog. I barely knew it, so. But I don't know. I have a very strange relationship with grief, I suppose, because I mean, I cried, of course, but I think I just cried on the first and second day, right? I didn't. Maybe only the first day. Like, when the shock, the first time, right? I definitely did. But I don't think I cried ever after, like, I didn't cry, like, you know, go to bed and cry about it. I didn't do that. I just kind of pushed through and kept myself distracted with shit until I didn't have it to cry. I still get sad. I miss my boy, but like, I didn't cry much. I cried when I found it, but yeah. There's this one song, fucking 4th of July, I think, it's sad as fuck, and it describes things about, I guess it's a person's death, I assume, but it's so fucking in detail about my actual, in detail to what happened to the actual birth, that like, it's sickening. I cannot hear that song without immediately interpreting it as for my birth, because like the song says that it was night when they died. It was night when Apollo died. Yeah, he died overnight, right? We don't know exactly when. He just showed up dead. Because if you had birds, you know that usually you cover them for them to be on the dark so they can sleep. And I put him to bed, and the next day, I was out. I was on a fucking interview. No, it wasn't a job interview. It was a fucking health check thing, you know? And when I came back, my mother was all like, yeah. And I was just kind of, what the fuck's going on? And she's like, bitch, I have some shit to say. Go eat some food first. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even notice he wasn't there because sometimes he just kind of chills with the other birds downstairs, so I didn't even notice. And I went and I ate and all that. And then I was like, okay, what the fuck's up? She's like, the bird is gone. And she cried more than I did. Like, considerably more. Right? Because, I mean, she suffered twice, right? For the bird and for me, because she worries about me a lot. But truth be told, it wasn't what I expected. I thought I would be completely destroyed if I followed that. And I guess a lot of it's lost. But I don't know. I handled it pretty well. Right? Because I don't know how or why, but I did handle it pretty well. Like, I didn't intend to get a bird after him ever again. But when I found Psike, Gaia, and Artemis, I couldn't not. Not because, oh, I want another bird, I need to fill that hole. No, it's mostly because they looked so miserable, and I had an empty nest at home. Literally an empty nest at home. So it was like, I can't let them suffer if I have the means to take care of them. So I had to do it. I kind of just had to do it, honestly. I couldn't not do it. I took the 3 of them. My mom was like, okay, you could take one. I'm like, if I take one, I'm taking all of them. Because the funny thing, right, this is also planned, and I plan at some point to make like a little comic or something about it. But it was 3 of them, right? Artemis, Psike, and Gaia. Gaia was the last of, I really wish I'd taken a photo at the time, because I have that image like ingrained into my mind. Gaia, both Gaia and Psike were the last ones of their litter, right? Litter, pack, flock, I don't know. The group, right? They were both alone on the cages. And God, they look so miserable. They were so sad. They were really sad. And I couldn't not. Like, I remember Gaia specifically. She was all so tiny in a little corner, right? So tiny in their little corner. And she was all pale and like desaturated, you know? Because the birds, they have like it in their little, it's not fur, their feathers, it kind of shows when they are healthy and when they are not, right? She was all alone in that cage, in that small ass cage. You can imagine how it was when there were other birds there. And like, it wasn't a very nice place, I'm not gonna lie. It was loud, it was not very clean. Bitch was miserable, right? And so was Psike. But Psike, you see, I was looking at Psike, I was talking to I felt so bad for him, right? But there was Psike, who was also the last of the litter, but she was a little more anxious, kind of jumping around all the time, instead of Gaia, who was just depressed, right? And I was talking to the guy. He's like, "Oh, you wanna hold him?" And I was like, "I guess." I told him I had a bird before. I know about birds. It's like, oh, cool. And so he picks up Psike, and the bitch jumps off him in my direction. He holds her like this in his hand. She escapes between his hands and jumps to me. I am not able to catch her in time. She falls on the ground because it was a leap. That bird was never gonna make it, and she was a baby. She didn't even know how to fly. Shit, right? And these birds on these type of places, they all have their wings clipped, right? It wasn't like I chose to clip. No, they come with the clipped wings, and they don't learn how to fly, and then it's very dangerous because they will fly into a wall and die. It very much happens. And also, yeah. and they can't take care of themselves. They won't. So like, she jumped at me. I couldn't grab her in time, so she hit the ground. And the guy just kind of panicked to grab her, and she was limping and had a wing kind of like that. And I was like, that bird is hurt. And he's like, no, it's not hurt. It's fine. Don't worry about it. She'll be fine. But she was. She had a little limp, and one of the wings, she sticked it out. Like, birds, they are very obvious when they're hurt, right? Especially when it comes to the wing, because they will always be sticking the wing out. Sometimes they'll do it fake too, just to get attention. Did you ever see a bird do that? Sometimes they do it. And I was like, no, I know, that bird is hurt. And we're like, yeah, hell. And I was like, okay, one is deeply miserable, the other one just got hurt trying to get to me. I had a fucking stroke right then, right? And then I was talking, yeah, no, I had a bird. I was like, what type of bird did you have? Oh, it was a cockatiel. And he's like, oh, we have a cockatiel here. She's a female. She's waiting. I have a guy who wants to buy one, but I have another one. I have a couple. I have like another litter, I guess. So like, it doesn't really matter if I get him another one. Do you want to take a look at her? And Artemis, she was not tied. She was not in a cage. She was in a little perch, but bitch, she was so scared too. Like, those places, they are so loud and they are very fucking uncomfortable, even for humans. So I don't think birds would enjoy it. So like, she kind of did get perched. She just needed a little more, a little more experience, right? To be, for you to grab, but because you have to teach them to step up and stuff. She knew how to step up, but you kind of had to like shove your hand in her chest for her to do that. While like, for example, Apollo, he would just come when he wanted to. But, so I was like, and so he gave her to me. I could hold her because it's Burb, and I had my own Burb, and I was like, bitch, she looks like Apollo, but not much. She looks like Apollo, but not a lot. I can very easily tell the difference, right? And I was like, oh god, look at the situation you put me into. And my mom was like, oh, do you want to take a cockatiel? And I'm like, no. This one has an owner. This one has a home already. And if she's a perch bird, she's gonna be fine. She's not gonna be in a cage forever, probably. But the other two, I don't know, because they look very miserable. In the end, I took them through. Because, I'm sorry, I am soft when it comes to that shit, okay? Especially birds. Like, you know how things are with birds, right? People just keep them in cages and they're a decoration, and you breed them and sell them, and that's it, It's very disconnected. I don't know if it's a Brazil thing as well, because it's probably not a Brazil thing, I doubt it, but like, my brother was a bird handler once, right? He didn't handle cockatoos, he handled parakeets, and a lot of others. He kind of like, I don't think he bred them. I don't know what he did. I don't think he bred them. I think he was like a reseller, reshaper. Like, he bought them, took care of them, so they could be like houseable. You know what I mean? And then sold them to people who wanted pets. I think he brought them from breeders and sold them to like the average customer, right? Made them chill. I don't remember. Maybe he bred some. I don't remember that. I just remember that he was a bird handler at some point. But it was mostly small birds. It was mostly like cage birds, right? I don't think any bird's a cage bird, but birds that people don't usually take on open like that, right? But essentially, I had those three, and I was like, fuck. We went to another shop, We walked, and my sister, ever the instigator, and also because she's very like, there's a problem, I must fix it, but she can't fix grief. The bird is dead. She can't do anything about it. So I guess she found it as a sort of solution to help me to get me the birds. And I was like, wait, I don't think that's how it works, and I don't want to have them. But they were so miserable. I couldn't leave them because I knew I could give them better. Right? They were decently expensive too. I guess the guy knew I was a fucking softie, which happens. Since then I stray far away from bird shops. Not bird shops, pet shops that have birds, right? There are aviary type birds, but type shops, but not many. There are some, but usually it's a whole other thing. It's not usually like that. But yeah, that one I couldn't not take them, so I took the 3 home, and it was like such a mess. I remember. I was like, I didn't want to, but I couldn't leave them like that, right? So I took him, and like when you buy them from, they give them in a little box. They pick a little cardboard box, stuck a few holes, and give it to you. So you can essentially just so you can take them home, right? They don't give you a cage or anything. They yeah, it'd be like that. And what happened? Okay, yeah. So like 3 little boxes of birds. I couldn't even carry all of them. Couldn't keep them together either because yeah. So like I had 3 boxes of birds and a 3 and 4, and we were talking like this is like 3 times the amount of birds I had. The food, the cleaning, everything is gonna be much harder for me now. And I knew it, and I was like, okay, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna build them an aviary. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna take care of them because they were so miserable. I couldn't not. So I went and I brought them home, and I have photos. I put them down, freed them on the kitchen floor, because once again, those birds probably never saw the ground. They just kind of were in cages, except for the cockatiel. And immediately everything, they perked up. Fucking Gaia, she started jumping and exploring and chirping. And my brother has 2 birds, right? 2 old cockatiels. Like when I say old, I'm pretty sure one it's at least 20, right? And the other one must be at least like 15. So like it's an old couple, and you can tell it's really old because they don't make eggs anymore. So like those two, how this was, yeah, the 3 of them when they met the new one, no one liked Gaia or Ske. Fun fact: birds are racist. They don't like different species of birds. So like they tolerated the cockatiel, but they did not even want to be near the lovebird and the parakeet, right? So it was a situation, and the lovebird fucking instigated the parakeet to be a little shit, just like her. And so Gaia and Ske became this dynamic duo because the cockatiels stick together, and then we have the lovebird and the parrot, right? So essentially, those 2 banded together, and they don't like being close to like they like the other ones, they disturb the other ones a lot, but they don't band together half as much, right? So, and since then we need to keep the 2 small ones separated because they would fight. They wouldn't fight. They would like beat each other up. Wouldn't call it fighting. I don't think they even like fight. It's the thing that the cockatiel, not the cockatiel, the lovebird specifically, Gaia, she fucking loves to get on their tails and like just be dragged. But they hate it. The male doesn't give a shit anymore, he just kind of lets her. But the female and the other ones, they don't like it. They scream. And so like, we couldn't leave them together because of that. And also like, they are very annoying and like, they fight. Cockatiels are the chillest birds I've heard, right? They usually don't give a shit about much and they just kind of stay there, right? They explore, they are curious, some of them, but they are very chill and held back. Lovebirds are on crack. Okay, like cockatiels, they are very chill, they can be kind of curious, they can be kind of rebel, they have personality. But parakeets, they can be a little anxious too, a little jumpy, from what I've seen. The lovebirds are very jumpy. Parakeets are very jumpy, probably because they're like very tiny, right? They're the smallest ones from the ones I have, and they're very jumpy. They're very like everywhere. But lovebirds are on crack. They are birds on steroids. They don't fucking stop. My brother warned me once because I wanted to get a lovebird for a ball, and he was like, "Those bitches don't shut up. They don't stand still, and they are insane. You sure you want that?" And I'm like, sounds like me. Sounds like a good buddy. Intentionally, I wanted to have 2 lovebirds and call them Pip and Squeak. You know? But, and I never ended up getting 2. So, I got the 3 of them, and it was kind of chaotic because the 2 smallest ones, they like to run around and they don't have any sense of self-preservation. We leave them free, right? And they usually like to stay on the ground or they will climb like some cabinets and stuff, but they don't usually leave the ground. They like to stay on the ground, right? Because once again, those birds are not able to fly because they had their wings clipped originally by the fucking owner before us, and they never learned how to fly, and I don't have the money to make a fucking bird rehabilitation, so this is the best they get, right? Because remember, the alternative was much worse. I don't think they would have gone well, right? The best I think they would have gotten is a cage. Or I think the best outcome would be like to be mating birds. I don't know. But they chew. I feel like this is one of the best outcomes. You know, there are better. You know, if I could afford to rehabilitate them and, you know, have them learn how to fly, have them, I was gonna, you know, if I were to have them like that, I would train them and have them chipped, so if they fly away we can find them and stuff, but I can't afford that. I'm not that rich, right? But I can afford for them to have a big aviary, for them to be ranked, and they are well fed and all that, right? I bought a bathtub for them, I made them a cake for their birthday. You know, that's as best as I can offer, right? As much as it saddens, the whole wing clipping thing is horrible, because they fly horrible, right? The only one who has a handle on flying would be Lua, funnily enough. Lua is the eldest I got, right? She was already old when I got her, but she has a very good hold on flying. Not too good, but like, not good, but the best among them, which is not saying a lot. Like, she would just kind of hover. That's the best I've gotten. But like I said, she can't. Neither of them can fly, so if they try to fly, they get hurt. And they have gotten hurt because of this, by the way. I'm not speaking bullshit, okay? The whole clip wing bird thing, is a big debate, right? But I stand my point. If I could, yes. Can I? No. Oh, if you can't afford to do not get a bird, no. Do you know where they would end up? Much worse. You give them the best you can. Yes, birds are supposed to fly, and I fully agree. And if I had the resources, I would. But as far as I have searched, there is no such thing as a bird batch anywhere near where I live. I'm talking I would have to get a plane to go somewhere else to get a bird batch. So if they get hurt, they die. That's it. If there's a wound that I can't handle, that they can't handle, they die. There's not much that I can do. There's not gonna be enough time. I would be willing to give the money and go and do all that, but I don't think I would have the time to book a flight and go another country to get a bird batch. They would probably die before I get there. So like, so that's why I can't let them fly as much as I would really want to. There's no fucking thing about me that saddens me more than not being able to have them fly. I've been seeing videos of people who can't afford it and the birds flying around and stuff, and I'm like, bro, if I could, I would be so happy. But I can't. I am poor. Twitch streaming hasn't made me rich and famous yet, so I can't really afford that. Maybe if it did, I would. I don't know. How would I pay for rehabilitation here? How would that happen? I don't know how I would. I mean, I would definitely go for it, but like, I think I'd have to travel again to reach a professional, right? I don't know. I would have to find a professional, a Brazilian professional, and preferably one that lives somewhere I could drive. But I don't think there would be any. I couldn't find a fucking vet, much less a fucking bird rehabilitator. I don't know, a professional. To learn, or I don't know, do whatever it takes for them to learn how to fly again. But I'm still not rich. So until then, cakes and bathtubs and everything I can offer them with the money that I do have, which isn't much. You guys need to make me rich and famous for me to be able to do that. I would absolutely do that. Like, if I had the money, I would. And then there's Lua. Lua, we got her in a very separate means, and a very sad means. But not as sad as, I don't know, sad, it's a sad ending. Right? Because the girls, they had a happy ending. But Lua, well, she's happy now, but Lua was very much a domesticated bird when he got her. The thing is, my brother, he found her on the street, right? He lives far away from here, but he found her on the street, and because he was a bird handler, he managed to get her. Because he could tell she was a fucking domesticated bird with flipped wings, and it would get eaten and die, right? So, did I already? So he grabbed her and he waited to see if he could find the owner. You know, the thing is, if he like, oh, Postapor, did you lose a bird? Someone's gonna come up and be like, it's mine and it's not her, theirs, and the bird is tamed, and they, you know, because it's expensive. A tamed bird is much more expensive than a not tamed one. I think Apollo was like, I don't know, I don't remember. Yes, they are paid for. We pay for. I've never found anything that could rescue. Even my rescued birds are, I paid like a lot for them, because like I rescued them from the pet shop. But it's, how can I say that I rescued them? Because I didn't like beat up the owner and take them. Sometimes you have to bow to the system to get what you want, and it's fine because I have the birds. I paid an extra amount of money, but I have the birds. That's all that fucking matters. But yeah, so Lua, she was lost, and my brother, he doesn't know much of the people around the house, and from what we got, she probably flew very far away, because you know he had his friends look around and see if there was an owner. He waited like a month, and he developed an allergy. That's why he doesn't handle birds anymore. He's allergic, so he couldn't keep her a lot for long because of that. So he was like, I don't know, might sell her to another owner. And I was like, well, you have a bird over there. Where? 4 each? 5, dude. No. I have 5. I had 5, 6. Wait. Gaia Psyche. No, of mine there are 4. Yeah, 6. Where 5 eat, 6 can we eat as well. So it's like, bring him home. Bring her here. Right now. And I was like fully planning a fucking... And he wasn't having it because my mom didn't want it. My mom and dad were like, oh my god, another fucking bird. And I had a full plan to get the car and drive there together. That bird was mine. The owner disappeared. We couldn't find the owner. And I'm not gonna let her fucking be miserable. She's mine. Yoink. Founders keepers, buddy. No, we really did try to get her to her real owners. And like, she's so docile and fucking tame and stuff that they must have felt so bad, and I feel really sorry for them because of the loss. But we couldn't find them. We couldn't find them without risking. I mean, we couldn't find them in general, because if there was one, like if it was nearby, I'm sure he would have found it, because he has a lot of fucking contacts, right? He knows essentially everyone, right? And he was a bird handler, so he knows people that sell and deal with birds as well. So like, I'm sure he would have found it. But if he didn't, it's because she flew far away, right? She must have taken quite a flight. Because this type of birds, when they get space, they just keep going because they don't know how to stop. That's the thing. And probably, she had clipped wings already, but they had been overgrown. Essentially, you have to keep clicking. You can't stop. Otherwise, the wings get overgrown and they try to fly because it's natural. But since they never learned how to fly, they don't know how to stop. So either they crash on a wall and possibly break their neck, or they just keep going. They fly away and just keep going. They can't stop. They don't know how to stop. And so I assume that's what happened. She probably took flight and just kept fucking going. She didn't stop. And she probably only stopped, like, eventually they don't land. They kind of just crash, right? Because they don't know how to fly. They don't know how to land. And I guess she didn't get hurt because my brother, she wasn't hurt. But she would have. My brother has a pit bull. He was walking his pit bull when it happened. That area has a bunch of big ass dogs. That bird would not last. Like, his pit bull was trained enough that it wouldn't have attacked, but like, that bird would not have lasted. So that's why. So like, and that's such a fucking cautionary tale, right? Because that bird that was raised with clipped wings kept their wings unclipped for a little while, and because they don't know anything about flying, when they try, it's death or death. So she got the fucking good ending, right? Because, didn't fly into a wall, didn't break her neck, and got found by someone that's going to take good care of her, right? So that's a good ending, and that's what I hope for every bird that fled, right? I never had my brother had, my sister had, someone I knew that. I think it was my father. But that's what I hope that happens, but I know that it's not what happens. So, moral of the story, if you don't have the means, don't try it. You're just gonna hurt. I'm not gonna hurt my friends. It hurts me very much, the whole clipping thing. But I can't. I don't have a choice. It's really just gonna hurt them. And I don't want to. And I mean hurt them is the least, because at some point we forgot to flip the girls, and fucking Lua and Skay, I guess they fought or something, I don't know, it was overnight. And they had blood on the wings on the next day. So I assume that they kind of like flew inside the fucking aviary. And once again, they don't know how to fly, so they probably crashed into the walls of the aviary. You see, even in the aviary, inside the safest place possible, they are not safe if they're not clipped. So that's what I people need to understand, is that they aren't safe even if you keep them caged, because they're gonna fly and they're gonna get hurt because they don't know how to fly and they don't know how to stop. Even if they don't fly away, they're gonna get themselves hurt. So they have to be clipped, and it hurts my soul, but that's what I can do to keep them safe. But that, sometimes I think about it, like, I don't know. They will never understand why I have to do that. They will never, like, even people struggle to understand why I would have to do that. They will never get it. But I hope they understand that I love them, because I take care of them. I never do everything for them. I would die for them. No, I wouldn't have anything to do that, right? But also, there's a funny thing about, like, how you bond with birds, right? Because Apollo, I was Apollo's flock, right? He did not give two shits about the other two birds, right? But he always ever wanted to be with me. And when he wasn't with me, when, for example, I had to leave for something and I left him with the other birds, I would find him on the couch waiting for me to come back. That's a very bad memory. Like when I would go to church at night, like I usually would take him many places. Something's vibrating and I don't know. I would take him to church because church is loud and it would be bad for my mom, right? So essentially, I would leave him with the other birds, a couple hours. And when I come back, instead of chilling with the other birds, my bro is on the couch waiting for me. And he would always have like this one spot that he would stay. And Apollo and I, the bond we had is very different from the bond that the girls had. I suppose because I have them as a flock, right? I have like, they are a flock between themselves, and I am he. But Apollo was my flock, his flock. I was his flock. Because he didn't accept the other two birds, right? The same way I feel like Gaia and Psyche didn't accept the other, because they have their little groups, right? Because they are birds of feather. They are birds that spend time with groups. They are social birds. But Apollo was just me and him. He didn't accept the other birds as well, only me. And I would eat with him, and he would eat from my plate. I remember every time we would have lunch, I would have to separate a little bit of rice for him. He would sleep with me. I would have to take naps on the bed, and he would usually, because I don't move a lot in my sleep, so he just stayed on top of me, or like on the edge of the bed. Fucking the bird would take showers with me and like get blow dried after. So like, I feel like Apollo was my best friend, while the girls, I love them equally, but they're more like my kids, I guess. Because I take care of them, but they don't see me the way Apollo saw me, right? Because Apollo and I spent, like, when I say 24/7, I say 24/7. If you watch the streams way when he was alive, he would either be on the stream or on the bed that was literally here, right? He had this little house. Because he didn't need a big aviary, he needed just a little place to sleep. And we'd spend it like the entire day together, day and night. And I would take naps, and he would be there. I would be working, he would be there. He would spend hours first on this thing. By the way, there's a big chance that the little feathers bits that are still here are his. Like, he's everywhere, right? I had the bag to take him with me, but essentially the bag is like a little transport backpack that you put the bird inside. And it like was glass and was open and stuff. It was nice. I went on the walks with him. And I used to take, you know where I took Apollo a lot? My fucking therapist. Because she said, you know what, it's fine, you can take him here. And then I just kept taking him. I would take him there every time. Like, I would put him down on the fucking, I would bring him on the back, but when we got inside, I would take him out, and he would sit on my lap. Or sometimes he'd just kind of wander about on the fucking thing, and I would just clean his poop and leave. Because there's shit everywhere. But yeah, so like Apollo and I, we did everything together, and so I feel like the girls, they're my birds, but Apollo was my best friend. It's like a very different type of relationship altogether. And it's not to say that I care about them less than I cared about Apollo. No, it's just a different type of relationship, right? Apollo was my best friend. He would spend time with me, while the girls, they're my responsibility. They're my kids. They're for me to look after. No matter how much I would try, I couldn't get as close to them as I got. It's probably because there are multiple, right? Those birds, they are fucking social birds. They need others with them. And since Apollo didn't accept the other birds, he had me, and that was it. But the girls, they have each other, and they accepted the other birds. I mean, kinda. It's hard to say. They don't like. I mean, the Gaia and Psyche kinda don't like it. They have a love-hate relationship, right? I don't know. The girl, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't think they have. You know, there's like groups between them, you know? Like, it's Gaia and Psyche, Lua and Artemis, and Kaf and Sol, which are my brother's birds. They are never, like, they stay together because they have the same aviary and stuff, but they like, when it's time to go to sleep, usually the girls, Psyche and Gaia, are the first ones to go to bed, and they scream until the others come home. But you know, you learn a lot about birds. They have different personalities and all. And they were very stressed before I upgraded the aviary to a bigger version. And I intend to keep upgrading it. I want to make it bigger still. The only reason I haven't yet is because I don't have space. But eventually, if I move homes or, you know, get more space for somehow, I will absolutely make it bigger. These are my plans. It's gonna happen someday. I don't know how, but it will. But like, these clothes, they don't fucking stop. But yeah, they have their own things. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of time for them as I did Apollo. Well, I didn't have time for Apollo. Apollo was just on my shoulder 24/7. But like, I can't keep the birds while I'm taking care of the baby, for example, right? Because the baby's tiny and the baby's gonna fucking beat him up. Especially when he was smaller. Nowadays, he's chill, a lot more chill. He knows how to pet them. It's the cutest fucking thing. But everyone hates him because he's a baby, and no one's gonna like to be. None of the birds are gonna like because he doesn't have the control that we, right? And I don't have that much time, especially because Gaia and Psyche, they are not finger tamed. They don't purge. They don't know how to step up, right? And they don't like me. If I get close, they will run. I mean, that's kind of already sold. They always hated me, but like slowly you gain their trust and stuff. That's how you do it with birds. But I don't have the time to genuinely sit with them and stay with them until they fucking love me. Because I'm a busy person. As you see, I am ironing clothes on string because I don't have time to do both of these things separate. And like, the main reason and like, how do I say it? And the main reason why I can't push to have time with them is the baby, because I need to take care of the baby. I can't. It's not because I have to take care of the baby 24/7. It's just like, I'm gonna cross the baby a lot, and the baby won't gonna mess with them, and I don't want them to get hurt, because neither the baby nor them. They could bite the baby, and the baby could end up squishing them. But you know, as he gets older, it's easier, because he's learning, right? Not to stab them or something. And the cutest thing, they know, he knows all of them by name. I don't think Pisquet has a situation, right? Pisquet is named Pisquet, but we all call her Piquirito. Why? Because the Portuguese name for parakeet is periquito, right? That's the name of the species. And at some point I said piquirito, which is, you know, funnier, because it's wrong. You know, the original name is periquito, but I say piquirito. So we ended up calling her Piquirito 24/7 because, one, no one fucking likes Pisquet. I don't know why they hate that name. It's a good name, but they hate her. They hate her name, and they all call her Piquirito. And because of that, we also end up using him, because Piquirito is like a very male type of name. So sometimes we call it Piquirito him, but it's a her. By the way, all of them are hers, and it was the funniest thing because when I got them, the guy said, "Yeah, no, this one's probably a girl." I'm like, "They're all girls," and he's like, "Eh?" And I was fucking right. But it's what I said. The birds, they are birds. They do not give a shit. If I say she, her, they, them, he, him. If I give him a fucking pink bow tie or a blue one, no one cares. So I was like, yeah, they're all girls. And if they aren't, they are. They don't care. They're birds. But yeah, no, they all turned out to be girls. I was fucking right. I knew it on my... I knew my girls. And I was so upset because the girls, they don't sing, right? The females... The cockatiel females, they don't sing much. They can sing, but they're not prone to sing. Apollo was learning... I wanted to teach Apollo so many things, right? We were teaching him the Brazilian national anthem, because that's like birds singing Odo 1, right? Because that's like what every Brazilian bird like learns how to sing, right? And he caught it. He got it pretty decently before he died. I mostly didn't play it enough for him. It's just really tiring to hear the same fucking whistle for 20 hours. But the girls, they don't. I mean, they can, but they are not prone to, right? And turns out Lua likes to sing. While, for example, Artemis doesn't. Artemis doesn't like to sing. I've never seen her sing. She barely even makes any noise. She's a huge introvert. Like, genuinely. She doesn't like people, she doesn't like birds. She's chill on her own, she don't talk to anyone. She is the biggest bird I've ever seen. Talking about birds, these pants have a bird on the butt. Anyways, but yeah, I love birds so much. But yeah, so like, I think I'm gonna end up teaching Artemis to sing as well, not Artemis, Lua to sing, because since she's prone to sing, might as well. So like, I'm playing the national anthem to them, sing, because you, as I said, it's bird singing 101, and I feel like even Guy and Pisquet are really fucking good with imitating sounds, right? They imitate the cockatiel sounds to a T, and they imitate each other's sounds to a T as well. Right? Even like the sounds when they're getting bit or they're like fighting, they go ah! They know how to make that. Sometimes they're like, oh my god, the birds are screaming. No, it's just that one bitch imitating the sound they make when they are screaming. It's very annoying. But, you know, it happens. But yeah, I think that with time, I'm still gonna someday show up on string with 4 birds on my back, like 2 here, 2 here. But one day it's gonna happen. It's just because I don't have a lot of time, and also like there is a sort of grace period for birds to just overcome their phobia of people, because every bird is a little afraid of people in general. Especially hands. Birds are afraid of hands because it's with the hand they're grabbing. So like you have to teach them how to not be afraid of people, essentially by letting them be with people as often as possible. And you know, they know they have overcome that part. Now what I need essentially is to overcome the fucking hand phobia. They mostly have, but like finish it, right? 100%. And then teach them to step up. When I teach them to step up, it's fucking game, bro. It's game. Because then I just have to keep bringing them with me upstairs. They're gonna have no choice but to be with me. They can't run. It's horrible, but like, that's how you gotta take it. Because birds, they don't know what's good for them. They don't know. Because, like, it would be much better for them if they were tamed like that. Why? Because they would have warm showers. They would be hanging out with me for the entire day. They would have a second aviary up here on my bedroom to go to. But no. Artemis knows how to step up only when she wants to, which is almost never. She hates me and everyone and everything. She doesn't like people. She hides away. No, she genuinely does. She likes to hide behind the fridge. That little bitch. And behind the fridge, she finds a hiding spot and she stays there. She doesn't like people. Or birds, or anyone. She doesn't like anyone. But she's very food motivated. You know, some birds aren't food. You know, you learn a lot about birds. Fucking Artemis, she used to like head pets, but she eventually discovered she doesn't like people, so it's very hard to remind her that she likes that. You have to kind of kidnap her and pat her for a bit, and she's like, oh, that's why, okay. And then she chills, you know? You kind of have to force her for her to understand that you're gonna pet her. And when she understands that, she's like, okay, figure it out. Okay. But she doesn't like people. She runs away. And birds and everyone. She likes to hide and sleep and stay still in her corner. Apollo was very much like that, but he didn't like to be alone. He liked to just chill, sit and chill. But he liked to be with me, right? He would sit and chill, but I need to be within his sight. He needs to hear my noise, my existence noise, right? And so that's it. That's for Artemis. I wouldn't say she's shy. She's shy. She doesn't bite. She's never prone to bite. She'll bite sometimes, but she won't bite much. She doesn't bite strong. Every bird bites. Every bird's gonna peck. But there's a difference between this and, you know? Every bird's gonna peck you as a, like, for example, if you're gonna pick a bird up, there's a big chance that they're gonna peck your hand first and then climb. Mostly, I guess they're checking if it's even. It's how they climb shit. I don't know. Right? So the first thing that you gotta do is get yourself, erase the peck phobia. Because they are gonna peck you, they're gonna fucking yum at you. But they're not gonna hurt you. I mean, they might, but you just have to live with that. Okay? same way they have to live with this fact that you could squish them by accident, you have to live with the fact that they might bite you. But I never got packed. I got packed by... I don't think Apollo ever packed me. Stroke. But I feel like I have gotten packed. I think by the big male. But yeah. So like, yeah, that's for Artemis. She's shy. She will explore a little bit, but not much. She's very food motivated, and she's murderous. I don't know. She's not murderous. She just likes to chew on her little corner. Like for example, if I bring her upstairs, she will mostly find a place to sit and stay there, nap, and just kind of exist. Some birds are like that. Apollo was like that. But she just doesn't like to be around people. You have to kind of force them. Unlike Apollo, who would always be with you. Stop doing that. But as for Lua, for example, Lua is the youngest. Not physically, I don't know how old she is, but like the last one I got, which was the one that escaped her parents' home. She is a little bitch. She is the most curious and fucking like she always needs to be doing something. She needs to be packing or something. It's very like she will sit still and nap on occasion, but she will also destroy things if she feels like it. She loves eating cables. That is the truth. She loves eating cables, and she learned how to eat paper with Gaia. So she does that. She didn't do that. I know she learned it with Gaia because she didn't do that before she started living here. After like a couple weeks of living here, she started doing that. But oh shit! All the clothes are way back. Crap. Yeah. For Lua, she's not food motivated. She doesn't care that much about food, but she is curious and she wants to go everywhere, and she doesn't listen to you. Yeah, I be fighting her not to eat my cables. So that's why I don't keep her here a lot, because it's hard to concentrate when you have to continuously take your bird out of the place so she doesn't get electrocuted or destroy your shit. Right? Like, I mean, look at this. Can I lift it with it? This was Lua. Right? She ate that shit. Why? I don't know, she was hungry. No, she wasn't. She's not food motivated. If you leave her food and a cable, she's gonna choose the cable. But yeah, so that's Lua. She's very chaotic, she's very curious, and she will do anything. Like, she will jump, she will try to fly to get to somewhere, she will climb, she'll fight away. If she wants to get somewhere, she will fight away. So like, if you keep her on your shoulder and you're doing something, she will climb down to come to your hand to see what you're doing. So like, for example, I couldn't bring her here because I'm messing with iron. She would absolutely be all over here and she would have gotten burned already. And you have to bring it, if she's on your shoulder and you like rest against the wall, be sure she's pecking at the wall. She absolutely is pecking at the wall. Never not pecking at something. She loves to eat shit and destroy shit, and yeah. But she doesn't bite. Like, I have never been bitten even like vaguely strong. She's so fucking gentle. She will always like peck to like get up and stuff, but she never to hurt. Artemis will a bit might hurt you, but Lua, she won't. But and she's also the neediest fucking bird you're gonna see. If your hand is still for more than 30 seconds, she will come to you and be like, pet me, pet me, pet me. You know, because they lower their little heads for you to pet them. They like, that's like the place of where they they like to be pet. So if you stay through for 30 seconds, she's like, pet me right now, motherfucker. And she will shove her fucking face inside your hand for you to pet. Like I'm telling, like my mom and I have the like bouncing leg, right, because of the fucking anxiety and shit. And at some point, my mom was like that, and she was on the ground, and the bird just went under her leg, so she was kind of like being pet by the base of her foot, kind of patting down. That's the type of shit. Like, you're on your phone, and like one of your hands isn't moving, she will come and she will shove her face inside the phone until you stop using the phone so you can pet her. That's the type of shit. She is needy and clingy. She will scream if you don't take her, and she will like destroy the aviary if you don't take her. And she hates you. She loves you, but she hates that fact that you don't grab her all the time. Specifically me. Like, the other people don't take her as much, so if she sees me, she's gonna immediately screaming. So like, yeah, she's needy, clingy, chaotic, and I love her, but she will not bite you, and she has a tendency that I don't know if it was their previous owner that taught her, or if it was like, I don't know, something she learned by herself somehow. But she will, if she has a choice, she will most often not try to not shit on you. She will try to get down. For example, if you're sat on the ground of her, she'll try to get down, shit on the ground, and come back up. I don't know if she could have picked that up by herself or if she was taught, but she had that. But she will on occasion shit on you if she doesn't have a choice. But like, yeah, this is the bird that tries not to shit. Apollo fucking shit all over me. He didn't give a shit. No, he did give a shit. A lot of shits. That was the problem. But yeah, so that was for Apollo. But Lua tries to avoid. Every other bird doesn't give a shit. No, every other bird gives a lot of shit. Anyways, yeah. But Gaia and Pisquet, I still don't know their relation to being pet and stuff, but they are very curious. I'm gonna start with Pisquet. Pisquet is very curious, and she will always be running around, right? And she likes hiding spots. Every tiny birds, they like hiding spots that are tiny, right? They're kind of cramped. They like to go in places that they shouldn't. Gaia Pisquet likes to go after Gaia, right? Pisquet is like the little brother, the little sister that is foul influenced by the big one. She goes after. She is not able to do everything that Gaia does. She's a little weaker. She doesn't do as much jumping and climbing and shit, but she will try to do everything that she sees Gaia do. Right? So Gaia gonna climb a cable. You're gonna see Pisquet climb that cable later. She will struggle, but she eventually will get it. Oh, this Gaia did that. Pisquet is doing it. That's always it. Pisquet is always copying in Gaia. And she's very curious. She loves to peck at shit, specifically toes. Do not leave your toes free next to her. She's going to eat your toes. She loves to eat toes. I don't know why she does that. I mean, if you leave anything close to her, she's gonna try to eat it. She has a tendency of trying to take your veins off your body. Because they have a little texture, I suppose, and she will like grab the vein and try to remove it. And also cellulite. Cellulite. Stretch marks. She will also try to eat and remove the stretch marks. I have some like here, right on my waist, and when I'm sitting down, sometimes my shirt rides up, and she's gonna be trying to remove all my stretch marks. She can't. She essentially only hurts me. That's all it happens. But she's so gentle with it. She slowly. Sometimes it hurts. I'm like, fuck off. But sometimes I just don't notice. And then I go to like shower, and I'm like, holy fuck! I am red. I am glowing red. This bitch ate me. like I don't take photos because it's, you know, kind of like not a nice area for me to take photos of. But like it be glowing red, a bitch destroys me. It looks like I have fucking the chicken pox, you know, a lot of dots. She's evil. She loves to eat toes, and she's not just biting the toe. She's trying to remove your nail more often than not. She's a little bitch. She loves to remove body parts. If she could, she would eat you. I guess she relates it to pin feathers. I guess that's my guess, right? That she's trying to remove pin feathers of the human, but that's not a thing. Apollo did that a lot. He would bring my hair, especially when we showered and stuff, because I guess he assumes that, you know, we showered, we need to clean it, and he would stay a long time trying to bring my hair. Lua also tries to bring my hair, but Psike and Gaia, they are very prone to eat anything that has texture. She's very like me. Like, for example, I have a lot of fucking stuff on my skin, on my face. Why? Because I pick at it. I can't leave it alone. Also anxiety generates stress, generates the fucking shit on your face, and anxiety causes me to pick at it. So that's why I have no clear skin. I always end up picking it. But now I've been focusing on picking just the one in my arm here instead of the ones in my face, because it's a little better. But a texture, there shouldn't be texture there, and I remove it, and then it grows back, and I remove it again, and essentially the shit never heals, and it's always injured. I have a bunch of like stuff that has been here for years because I never let it heal, because I always end up picking. There's one on each side here. There's one here and one that's deeper in. Yeah, this one is here and this one is deeper in. There's this one here, right? You can see the dot, but I probably already packed it because I don't feel the picture. Packed? What the fuck am I, a bird? Probably. Yeah, I love birds, chat. I can talk about my birds for years. But yeah, chat, I'm gonna finish this because there's only a few left. But yeah, that's for Skip. Skip will copy Gaia in any way she can, and she will try to remove any sort of texture from your skin, even if it hurts. And if you bat her away, she will return. She doesn't care. She will be on top of your feet trying to remove her nail. You're gonna shake and she's gonna stay there. It depends. Sometimes she won't. But like, when it's me, she doesn't give a shit. She hates me. She loves me. I think she knows I won't hurt her, right? That's why she doesn't care if I try to move her, because she knows I'm not gonna hurt her. But she continues to try to remove my skin from my bones. Psike would remove your skin from your bones if she was able to. And Gaia, now let me tell you about Gaia. Gaia is constantly high on crack. That's Gaia. She loves to destroy everything. If you leave paper near her, she's gonna do it. And she does this thing that most birds, when you give them something to eat, they will eat it as it is. Like, you throw it on the ground, she's gonna eat it on the ground. Gaia will pick it up and leave, which she taught to Lua. Lua also knows that now. She didn't do it, but now she does. Everyone copies Gaia because Gaia is the one who has the ideas, who innovates. Everyone copies Gaia because she's the one that does different stuff, right? And so like everyone copying Gaia, it's hilarious to me, but like she's like a little rat. I don't know, she gives me rat vibes because she will throw something, she'll come from her little dark corner, pick it up and run away. It's hilarious and I love it. And she'll try to climb anything and everything. Psike is more prone to hide under things. Gaia is more likely to climb them. So like, you're very likely to see Gaia on top of things that she shouldn't. Like, I found her on top of the washing machine once. I found her on top of the aviary. She spends a lot of time on top of the aviary. both outside and inside. She climbs everything, right? Psyche tries to keep up with her, but Psyche is more prone to stay under things instead of on top of it. Which is the reason why we have to lock them up. Because sometimes they will get on places that will get hurt. For example, the washing machine. Psyche likes to get, once did the fucking act of somehow getting under inside the the washing machine. Like, I looked for her out, and then I found her under the washing machine, but not under. She was inside, like the fucking motor of the washing machine. She was inside of it, and I was like, if you turn that on, you're gonna kill the bird. So we have to lock them up at times, because we know that they have the tendency to get in places that could hurt them. And everyone suffers for that, because I'm not just gonna free someone and leave some tied. I feel bad. So, like, Gaia is always on crack though. She will also try to remove things from your skin, but she also like just likes to peck things. She will try to climb on you. Psyche won't. Psyche will try to eat you, but she won't try to climb on you. Gaia will always climb you. And if she sees another bird anywhere, she's gonna try to get there. If she sees, for example, Gaia often sees Lua on top of me, because Lua likes to be on. And if I'm down on the ground, sitting or laying down and stuff, she will come up and get up. And she will always try to bully her off. She will come on top of me, and she will bully Lua off, and then she leaves. She bites me a little and leaves. My daughter is a little asshole. But that's for that. But yeah. Oh yeah, Lua is also very jealous. She hates it when I pick up other birds. When I pick up Artemis, who is the other bird that likes to be picked up, she doesn't like to be picked up, but she learns. She handles it. She knows how to be picked up. She likes to be pet, but you have to kind of force her into it for her to realize that you're gonna pet her. She hates it. If I have them on my shoulders, one needs to be in one and the other needs to be in other, and I have to continuously keep Lua from going to fight Artemis, who is already uncomfortable because she doesn't like my shoulder. So like, I have to always be cautious when I have them. I can't have both of them at the same time, which is what worries me. I don't think I'll ever be able to carry the four of them at the same time, because this is the last one, chat. Yippee! Wow, this shark fucking struggled. Anyways, yeah, so it's very much prone for them to fight, because I know Gaia is a little asshole, and when she gets on top of me, she's gonna learn that, and she's gonna fucking destroy everyone. I do not have any doubts. Lua has already tried to climb my glasses. Gaia absolutely is gonna be on top of my glasses. I wear glasses when I'm not, like, to rest my eyes from the contact. So like, Lua, yeah, it's gonna be chaos, because Lua is jealous, and Gaia just likes to disturb people. So having the four of them on my shoulder probably won't happen. But like, I probably like gonna have one on my shoulder, one on top of my head, one on my ass. There's space here for them to actually sit. Lua, fucking Artemis likes to sit here instead of the shoulder. But I love birds. I love my birds. But yeah, with time, I'm gonna get Gaia and the other ones to enjoy being on my shoulder. But why don't they show up a lot on stream? Because I stream very late and birds sleep early, right? That's kind of it. I don't have them on my shoulder on streams because they need to sleep. Their bedtime is 8, or it's either 8, 9, or 10, right? 10 is the latest that they will get to bed. Like right now, they're definitely at bed. It's midnight, of course. Wait, I finished! I did all of that! Alright, let me unplug the iron. Ah. Ow! It wasn't, I didn't get burned. It was my other thing. It was the fan. The fan doesn't have any protection. I shoved my hand inside of it. It didn't hurt. It just made a noise and I was good. Alright, let me just unplug this thing real quick. Everything crashes because I unplugged the wrong one. Alright. Back. Hope you guys didn't see my ass. We're done! We did it. Alright, we are in the clothes. Let me show you. Boom! Apparently don't fuck up it. We did it! Ah! It took me an hour and a half to iron clothes. Anyways, this is where I end because I wanna go to bed and I am thirsty as fuck because I didn't shut up once. Anyways, it was a fun stream. Chaotic. I ironed clothes and talked about my bird. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're gonna do something more interesting. I reckon we're gonna play Banjo-Kazooie with Lark. I'm not sure. But it was fun. I had fun. I'm glad you guys were here. And I'm not gonna rate anyone because I have a singular. But it was fun. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time on either tomorrow or Saturday, the day after. Anyways, I'll be seeing you guys. I don't have anything to say. Keep an eye on my fucking social media because I schedule shit to post, so I don't even know when shit's gonna come out. Goodbye!